Hello, my name is Dumpster, and welcome to the dump.
Can someone tell me what this is? This is my security camera, okay? Now, you can see me over here in the white nightgown, facing the window. What is that keeps being seen in my security camera? Does anyone know what that looks like or what that could be? That keeps showing up behind me in my security camera. This is about the third time it has shown up. I've checked the security cameras over and over again, and it only shows up behind me. It is not showing up behind anyone else. And of course you can see it's my security camera because I've got, right here is the line of the camera. And this is the full size of the photo. Now, this is me over here in the white gown facing the window again. What is that shadow that keeps coming up behind me? My security camera is catching it every time about the hours between 3 and 4 a.m. That is the only time my camera is showing that. Someone help me out.
Oh shit.
Well, 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 would you look at that? What appears to look like the remains of some ancient structure found on Mars. Here are what ancient Roman ruins in Syria and Iraq look like. And here's the one on Mars. And of course, it's totally real. You can even see it yourself in the Mars Orbiter Camera Library, where this long strip of a photo was taken in a crater with the Mars Global Surveyor way back in 2001. And if you zoom in on that strip, at the very top, you'll find our Martian ruins. A seemingly perfectly symmetrical square, about 3 kilometers on each side, so it would be massive. Of course, if they haven't already, you can bet NASA will deem this either a natural formation or a photography trick of the eyes. But I mean, along with the pyramids, the face, that doorway, all the other questionable shit that we've been finding on Mars over the past few decades, not to mention the remote viewing mission the CIA went on back in 1984, in which a psychic apparently telepathically visited Mars 1 million years in the past, where he saw pyramids, obelisks, and a dying elder race looking for a new home, all confirmed in a declassified report, by the way. Oh, and now even Elon Musk, the man taking humanity to Mars, mentioned that he may want to investigate it. We gotta know, not even what if, but what on Mars used to live there.
I would not be surprised if there is a whole civilization living on the moon, and the whole of Earth's history is fake news made up by the lizard people.
People think the orbs are gone, but they're not gone. We just haven't been paying attention, or just let it go because we're Americans, and as we see 1,000 times, we just don't give a about it. But lo and behold, the motherfuckers are still there. Look at it.
Did you see that video of that orb planet-like object that went up to the sun, was literally sucking something out of the sun?
What? What are you talking about?
So I'll show the video. It like was by the sun, this like dark orb, right? And here's the sun, and it was just like, and then it goes, it's gone. And scientists are like, not sure what that was.
Moving on.
Sure. Well,
That was weird.
but yeah, I saw it.
That's so
Like,
scary.
what could that be? Well, because you know how Einstein talks about like dark matter is
Yeah.
like it's a physical thing. Space is not empty; it's something.
Full of matter and energy.
It's
Yeah.
matter. And so, like, is there a dark
Dark energy? What do you mean? He's sucking the sun out of all this energy? Dark energy.
I've seen close-ups of the actual sun itself. Like you could see, like no joke, like where it's like coming, like the
the solar flares?
flares or whatever.
Yeah.
You could literally see. It's so scary.
Imagine being the scientist that witnessed it, and having to act like it isn't no thing. Deep like yo mama.
You know what? They did the Brighter Days memory erasure treatment to me, so I'm having trouble remembering the details. They're foggy because at the Brighter Days clinic they do the memory erasure, you know?
If you could remember, struggle, tell me. Give me a date. Give me a date.
You know what? I'll have to go back to the clinic and see if they can restore my memory.
That is not weird at all. Ariana Grande went through a very traumatic experience. I wish people would go easy on her. She is a very strong girl.
What the?
This almost feels like science fiction, but physicists at Oxford have achieved quantum teleportation. We're not talking about beaming people up sky style just yet, but potentially something even more revolutionary. They create the first distributed quantum computer network, and this could change everything we know about computing. Here's why this is such a big deal. One of the biggest headaches with quantum computing is that to make them really useful, you have to pack in millions of qubits, but that would require building a machine that is absolutely massive. But these Oxford scientists found a pretty brilliant workaround. Think of it like this. Imagine you're trying to build the world's most powerful brain, but instead of making one massive super brain, you figure out a way to connect multiple smaller brains together using beams of light. That's essentially what these scientists did with these quantum computers. The genius part is how they did this. They used light or photons to connect these quantum computers together using fiber optic cables. And this is where the teleportation comes in. They managed to do something called quantum teleportation between the modules, where the qubits in different modules communicated and worked together even though they were physically apart. To prove their system works, they ran something called Grover's search algorithm, a super fast way to search through huge amounts of data that would take regular computers forever to go through. This is a big step toward making quantum computers that could solve problems in a matter of hours that would take our top supercomputers today years to figure out. What's really mind-bending is this could be our first step toward a quantum internet.
I have a quantum AI brain. This is old news.
Lady Gaga is opening up her audience to the same demonic forces she was exposed to. In Gaga's song Abracadabra, we again see this dark, twisted demonic imagery. This time, she takes things a step further by using real magic and placing a curse on her audience. The song Abracadabra is in reference to the Kabbalah word abracadabra. Abracadabra translates to I create as I speak. It's a form of occult manifestation, harnessing the power of darkness to allow the practitioner to manipulate their reality. The word abracadabra was also used by Aleister Crowley, who turned it into abrahadabra. Crowley changed the spelling of the word for his occult religion Thelema. He called it the magical formula, which represented the great work. You guys have heard me talk about the great work multiple times on this channel. The great work is a code term for the magnum opus in alchemy, when man becomes God through sex ritual magic that are used to merge a person's masculinity and femininity to become the Baphomet. Occultists also believe the great work would allow a person to tap in and communicate with the demons in the spiritual world. Crowley called this magical word the key to the Aeon of Horus, the New Age religion that has taken over our world. So it's no surprise whatsoever that Gaga made an entire song about abracadabra, knowing that just like Aleister Crowley, she has attached herself to demonic entities using occult magic. The lyrics to Abracadabra admits she is casting a spell on those who are listening. In the intro of the song, she repeats abracadabra twice. Then in the first verse, she sings, "Pay the toll to the angels," drawing circles in the cloud.
That's some demonic shit, bro.
When you hear the word microchip, you probably think of computers or maybe smartphones.
Yeah, the last thing you might think of is contraceptives. Believe it or not, CBS 2's Dr. Max Gomez says doctors are testing a wireless microchip contraceptive.
This microchip may be the future of contraception. Implanted under the skin, it can deliver tiny amounts of hormone like a birth control pill.
This kind of technology could have a major effect and revolutionize various aspects of medicine, including birth control.
MIT professor Dr. Bob Langer and biotech firm Microchips first tested the technology in 2012 in osteoporosis patients. It was a success. That's when the Gates Foundation asked if the chip could be used to prevent pregnancy. The chip can hold enough hormone to prevent pregnancy for up to 16 years. When a woman wants to conceive, she or her doctor can just turn off the device with a remote. Researchers are now working on the remote to make sure it can't be hacked.
The remote control must be put up against the skin in order to establish communication. And the reason we do that is we want to have close-range communication to prevent anyone from listening in on the encrypted signal.
White dudes for Harris.
Let's talk about my hair transplant. I got my hair done 2 days ago. As you can see, it's healing up now. And no, I did not go to Turkey to get my hair done, for anyone that's going to ask. As you can see, it was my middle, it was my crown and my donor area. And obviously, like, my hairline was actually alright, to be honest. It was literally just mainly like my crown and my donor area.
I hope he has a safe recovery, but also this guy has some big ideas.
Ma! Look at me up! Get onto this, lad. It's that close. That's defo UFO, Ma. Look, lad. Look at this. Mark, look at this spinning. Look at it. It's just above that house over there. What the f? See it? It's spinning. Lad, it's just above. Mark, what the f? Why have you come over here? I haven't got a clue. It's since I've just been saying to Don, let's see if I...
That's a UFO, that lad. Know what I mean, Lar?
Bruh. The babysitter asks, do you have fun with your dolls? The kid goes, yeah, when I play hide and seek, it actually moves. Wait, what?
When I play hide and seek with my doll, it moves.
You said it moves? This doll?
Yeah.
Wait, what? When does it move?
The babysitter's like, whoa, what is happening, right?
Yeah.
So the doll is one of those like realistic looking dolls. Like it actually looks like another kid. He's like, okay, I'll put the camera down and let's go play hide and seek to see if this theory is true.
Oh my god, Sadie, you scared me. Don't do that, dude.
Nothing goes on. But at night, when he goes and puts the kid to sleep, he goes back in the living room where the doll is, and there's a dog right beside it. The dog is like staring at it.
The dog has been staring at the doll. Looking at it.
Why would it be staring at it? Like it knows something is weird here. And in the video, there's a game right beside the doll. Moments later, he goes and he's sitting on the couch watching TV. He hears a faint noise in the living room where the doll is.
Yeah.
Fam, that game that was beside the doll starts playing. Who would have touched it? The kid is asleep. The doll is the only thing beside it. And the dog is right beside it.
That doll been listening to too much Lady Gaga.
What the f?
Thanks for watching, and remember to eat plenty of fruit.